This is Chris with Dales. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris with Dales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll all be down there in the description box, and I'm here to do my AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming reviews, which is December 14th, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about AEW now. Now, as everybody knows, this winter is coming. Special edition of Dynamite. They had like the NBA theme from NBC with the Christmas stuff, so yeah, they did have that playing when the show kicked on. And then we get the first match of the night. It was the fourth match of the Best of 7 series. It was Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega, the Elite, versus the AEW World Trios Tag Team Champions, Pac, Rey Fenix, and Penta El Zero Miedo Death Triangle in a 6-man tag team match. So yeah, Death Triangle versus the Elite in the fourth match of the Best of 7 series. And this match, it was a pretty good match. Now, it was probably it was story-driven at least. This is a good match when it comes to story-driven, at least because it did have story in it. But for the best match in the series, nah. I would say A for sure. But it was still a really good match. So yeah, go check it out. During this match, Nick Jackson got injured with his ankle or whatever, doing some high-flying stuff off the turnbuckles and stuff. So he injured his ankle. He goes backstage. You know, we don't see him for like majority of the match. Well, we get to the ending, so obviously it's just Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega fighting off all three members of Death Triangle. We get to the ending where Kenny Omega's trying to tag in Matt Jackson, but then Penta interferes and hits a package power driver onto him on the ring apron, taking him out. And then after he got taken out, Death Triangle was working on Kenny Omega. Pat climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the Black Arrow, but he misses because Kenny Omega moves out the way. So Pat crashed and burned. And then we see Nick Jackson make his way down back to the ring, still injured and stuff. He sticks out his hand because he gets back on the apron. He gets tagged in by Kenny Omega. Nick Jackson gets in the ring, taking on all three members, beating them all down and everything. And then he was trying to hit a super kick on Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix captures his foot. And then that's when Penta comes in with the hammer, hitting Nick Jackson in the ankle with the hammer, you know. And after he did that, Rey Fenix locked on the knee bar or ankle lock pretty much onto Nick Jackson. And then while that was locked on, Kenny Omega was trying to get into the ring, trying to break it up, obviously, but Pac held him down, making sure he can't break it up, and Nick Jackson had no choice but to tap out. So yeah, Death Triangle defeated the Elite tonight in the fourth match of the Best of 7 series. That's what happened. Pretty good match still, like I said, better on the story-driven stuff, but it was still a good match. So yeah, go check it out if you haven't yet. But yeah, Death Triangle got 3, and the Elite only won 1. So yeah, 3-1 so far. And then after the match ended, Kenny Omega grabs the mic and he says, "Hold up, listen here, y'all." And Pac and them turns around, and Kenny Omega was talking about like, "Hey, since y'all like to use hammers and all that, how about this? The next match, which is next week, the hammer, it can be used in the match. It'll be legal." And then, you know, Pac and him was happy about it, and Kenny Omega was like, "Not only the hammer, all weapons. So no disqualification." And yeah, the match is pretty much made. The Elite versus Death Triangle in the 5th match next week on Dynamite in a no disqualification match. So yeah, I'm happy that they threw a little bit more of a stipulation in it, because these matches has been pretty good, but you know, 4 matches with, you know, just normal stuff, like no there's been weapons used obviously, but like, you know, no stipulations to it. I think it'll be better. I think, in my opinion, the 7th match, because they'll probably get there eventually, but in my opinion, the 7th match should be like a ladder match. You know, that'd be pretty cool for the titles. So yeah, but yeah, next week's match is a no disqualification. That's what's going to happen. Still, like I said, really good stuff. Go check it out if you haven't yet. For that match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. Still pretty good stuff. But then after that, we see the AEW World Heavyweight Champion MJF getting interviewed backstage, and he was talking about Ricky Starks was talking about his upbringing in life and all that stuff. And he goes like, I don't give a damn if you was out in the dumpsters eating raccoons and stuff, little pebble and stuff like that. And that's what MJF was talking about. And then he says that Ricky Starks said that, MJF was born with everything that he wanted. And MJF was like, you know what? He was right. I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was born rich, handsome, funny, all that stuff. So yeah, that's what MJF said. But he says that he still gets the diamond ring around his finger. He still gets the world title around his waist. And Ricky Starks will not be taking that from him tonight. So yeah, that's what MJF said. Pretty good stuff though. Later on tonight in the main event, Ricky Starks will be taking on MJF for the world title in the main event. And not only that, up next we're going to be seeing the AEW World Tag Team Champions, The Acclaimed, up next on Dynamite, and still many more stuff to come. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then.